kanin sake dawowa in tara an yi abin da ba.
It's like, what is this? Like, look at it. How can you give this to people to eat? Like, look at it. He's so pissed off. Like, the guy is like so pissed. Like, what are we going to do now? Look at the food they are giving to people. Is this what we pay for? That's why I said I'm quite happy that he went out himself, right? So it wasn't just to approve the money, share the money, and on to the next one. So it's great that he went out. And I'm not going to call that media, what do you call it, media hype. No. He went out. He went to a place where, because they actually gave the money to vendors in Kano. They gave the money to food vendors to make those food and take them to some designated locations so that people can meet and feed. So he decided to go and see that himself, and I was like, So, which is good. And in that regard, it simply means that the people that are going to benefit from the 6 billion naira feeding, they are going to get quality food for it. And I like that. All right, I like that. And same thing, sometimes a lot of people think I just want to talk about the bad things happening in Nigeria. No. You may think it's something I enjoy talking about. No, I am talking about all the happenings in Nigeria, because the happenings that you are reading that sounds like news, so it's a news, so it's news. No. There are real life victims. Do you understand? And that is why when we raise and talk about that, we are raising awareness on it. So raising awareness on it simply means if more people know about it, there's a possibility that people will resist some certain things from continuing. Do you understand that now? So if I see anything good as well, even if it's just because you hardly see anything real good, once they make an announcement of good something, when you begin to probe it, you start seeing all the dirty, shady, dark side of it. And you become so enraged and say, can't they do something good for the people genuinely? Like, why do they have to sort of a disguised fraud as people's project or people's this, people's that? But they never serve the people. Why? Because they were never programmed to serve the people. So people are happy to hear the news of something. But when you begin to probe it and begin to ask questions around it, you realize that it's a scam, it's a lie. And people's lives are attached to it. That's why my ego point them out all the time. They spend a lot of money to put woos over our eyes, to keep us deluded, to keep us looking stupid. But once they say something and you begin to dig around it, you will see through the lies and you are going to get mad, angry. Even though some people will be like, hey, let us give them time. Hey, let us give them some time and see how this is going to work. I say, whether you give them time or not, they have all the time they have. I mean, they want in the world. Nobody you go give them time. They already have all the time. But you should be aware of the danger that you are in. Because once this is done, you will be affected. And when you are affected, it is ideal to know why. And that's what I do. So that a lot of people now says, well, I have an idea. In fact, I know better. Once they start all this abracadabra, I just look for what should be the detail. Once I can find it, then I know it's all pure lies and scam. But when they do something that genuinely touches people's lives, which is what they should be doing, it is your right. It is not a privilege. So that's what they should be doing. So when they are doing it, I will commend them. I'm not somebody who is, sociopathic or something. No, is that sociopathic or that? They have all these names for all these things these days, right? Like, you are too mean. I'm not a mean person. And I'm not a pretentious person. I don't pretend. You get that? I do not pretend. And because I do not pretend means I won't see something I know will hurt me, even indirectly, and keep quiet simply because it's not going to hurt me directly. Come on, man. But if I see something they are doing that I know, you see this step, if it is sustained, if they can live it, if this is real, if this, you know what I mean, like this is going to This is going to help. It's going to help here. It's going to help there. And since all we are all trying to get out of here is a possibility where you will be treated like human being, respected, regarded, and protected by those who want to keep you protected. Just to treat you like human being, genuinely. You know, you have to see yourself as human first, right? You need to see yourself as human being before you realize that some people are treating you like you're not human being, right? And you don't like that. You won't like that. If somebody treats you like an animal, like you won't like that. So because you know you are human, you deserve better, right? Then you will push back. That is what I'm trying to encourage on Mayegun's Diary Politico. You should understand everything they do, even when you don't. Even when you don't need to sometimes, but you should understand what they are doing. And when you understand what they are doing, not just that, you should understand the danger, the consequences of what they are doing. The reason is this, because directly or indirectly, there are consequences for the actions of these rogues. If it is good, you get a good consequences. If it's bad, which is always bad, then we all share the terrible consequences, whether you are there or you are not. I mean, all of us, we're all affected, aren't we? So I will say it when I see them do things that genuinely is human-oriented, is, you know what I mean? I haven't seen many, practically never seen much, but you see that act of him going out after giving vendors money to inspect the type of food they are giving them. That shouldn't be him, I know. That should have been if he had responsible aids, responsible ministries dealing with women, children, food, and stuff like that, right? If they have done their job. Not be that guy go discover that moi moi. No, it won't be the guy, the governor, that will discover the moi moi. It simply means the pressing guy around them who have also cut off part of the money for the feeding, possibly ensure that the quality of the food is totally compromised. Now the guy is out there and he's seen that for himself. He knows those he's going to call. I believe he should call the people he gave the money to. And if it is eye service, Baba, I think it worked. Sometimes I told you, I said, sometimes these criminals should pretend that they care. Oyinbo, for where we live, right? A lot of us believe that they don't care about us. Do you know that? Some of you who live in Nigeria will say, look at all this Oyinbo country. They care about their people. They take care of their people. Oh, but now because you know they live here. If they live here, we don't like them. We do not like politicians here too. Like, not all of us, so there are people who like them, okay? Like, you know. But generally, people don't really like politicians here. We just see them as some bunch of lazy ass problem creators who now offer to solve the problems. And, you know, we have so many reasons not to like politicians here. Okay? We pay our bills, right? They don't. Because their bills are partly paid for them. And you see a lawmaker in the UK, right? An average worker in the UK make about 25,000, 27,000 pounds a month. I mean, a year. That's annual salary of some people in the UK, averagely. Okay? And then you have the people who are like earning above 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. These are rich people. 60,000, 70,000. When I say rich, I mean like that's some standard income. Then one politician in the UK, they earn over 140,000, 120,000, 170,000. So to us, yeah, it's just like free money. Like, you know, so to you think they love us. Oh, you both love their this. No. We don't see them as people who love us. We see them as people who are greedy, people who are corrupt, people who are living off us. But there's something they have. It is called human empathy. And average leaders from this part of the world, even if not fake, they go fake them. They will still show empathy. Here you get, oh, you know, oh, we need to, the way they will do it, Seth, you said go be like, say, I kind of like him. You get what I mean? That is what Nigerian politicians don't really have. They do not have any, what do you call it? They do not have any tiny bit of empathy, human empathy in their bloodstream. Not a tiny one, no trace. But once in a while, when they now show up like that, a lot of people could see the hypocrisy through them. Like the hypocrisy of eating with the poor. Here you get trying to, you know, you pay 9 billion naira to feed the poor. Now the kind of food they are giving to them, you want that, you now have to go and taste it and act like you are poor too, and all of that stuff, right? They are not bad. So to say, it's like show of empathy, okay? So not everybody gets them, and everyone should. And if you have leaders who don't have empathy for their citizens, right? I pretty much don't respect people like that. Kind of, right? So if I now see them, even if na eye service, show up, show empathy. Leadership comes with empathy, the milk of kindness. Here you get forgiveness, fatherliness. What else again? Leadership has so much than just ordering people about and telling them to go here or go there and all of that. No, leadership is, let's do it. That's what you call leadership. It is only the boss that will say, you, do it. And they don't take responsibility. That's why you have your politicians in Nigeria as bosses. They are bosses. They do not take responsibility. Somebody else would have to take the fall. It must be somebody else's fault, not their own fault. So when I see one of them like that, when they do that, and I see the genuinity, and I think I saw genuinity in that guy, I may be wrong. He may be a great actor. It doesn't really matter this time, but we saw why and how he reacted. And we give him that credit, boy. Yeah. 6 billion naira food. Yeah, wow. Garba Live, my dear sister, Celia, I decided to steal all of our time because if I stop right now, that will be us for the night. So I didn't take calls when I should because I was angry. Okay, I wasn't angry. I was upset. No, I wasn't. I don't know. I was just like not really cool that some of us, after all these years we have spent together on this platform, right? Some of us still kind of come around there confidently, comfortably, without looking at the history, okay, the event that gave birth to the obedience and the slander, the level of comfort that some of you will come here and you just drop it. Obi is this, because you know people will react on social media. If you want to be noticed, quick, like for example on Twitter or Facebook, just go on there and just abuse Obi. Obi won't reply you, okay? He's a politician, he won't reply you. But they know that the obedient will reply, okay? And you can begin to call them obedient, obedience, obedience. Obi we dodge a bullet. We shake Obi is a religious this. Obi is promoting this. Because you have to say that repeatedly on social media and you will get the attention you want. Don't do that on my platform. Don't do that here. You're not allowed to. All right? Since I can't control what you say, I can control who sees what you say. And that's why I will remove you. I will gladly remove you. Because I do have audience, and I'm talking about the people who are the victims of a failed Nigeria. Everybody is choosing what they want to, or how they want to fight their battle, Abi. So I do have the audience, I do have those who believe in Obi here, and I know why they believe in him. And I respect that. I have those who believe in Showore here. Okay? And I know why they believe in Showore. And I respect them for it. Okay? Same way you see all of us who believe that restructuring is fraud. What's the call that one again? Hey, there's this system of government. I forgot it. Sure, you get. So all this preaching about this new Nigeria thing to us now scam. Peter Obi, okay, and the Obedients who believe that they can push a new Nigeria. To us, we personally, I believe, right, it is a pure waste of time. But I respect it. I do. Because you know my theory. My theory is that by the time Nigeria show all of una that it is like irreparable, irredeemable, okay? Maybe now that's your energy, your belief that you are putting into the obedient or into the revolution, this or that, and that you are using to say you want to get a new Nigeria. Now, from that shaggy and experience, that disappointment, now that energy of disappointment, we will not go meet there. Now that energy, me, I want you bring back. Yeah? So you bring that energy back and say, Mayogu, you said it. I am so angry right now. Nigeria is irredeemable. I said, well, I told you. I don't want to be in your way. Okay? 2 years ago, on this same platform, if some of you get a chance to see me face to face, you're not going to punch me for face for telling you that don't be part of any election. It's all fraud. You will be rigged. You'll be this. You called me in and they said, Mayogu, you will see what will happen. If they rig us, Nigeria, it will be finished. Last, from that experience, there are many of you today that if anybody say, come go get your PVC, if they go meet you for the wrong time, when they say you the para, now for their body, you go actually take the revenge of what happened in 2023. So to me, life is a teacher. Let everybody go experience it. Don't come here and start kind of being the type that is, that is causing nuisance. So then we'll now start seeing and say, Obi is a 419, Obi is fake, Obi is this. Then the obedient will come and say, oh, it is your kiniko that is this. Now I go start that nonsense on my egos. They are a political, need temple of truth. So I actually need you to respect other people, okay? You don't have to agree with them. I don't agree with the obedient, I have to say. But who are they to the system in Nigeria? They have they have shown that they are going to continue to be not only the nightmare, but the nemesis of the establishment. And I like it. I do. I like it. Anything that's going to continue to make the rotten establishment uncomfortable, lose sleep, be scared. On the right, the Biafrans, they are holding their jugula. On the left, the Yoruba Nation campaigners, they continue to spread the message. And the failure of the criminals in Nigeria continue to make it easier for us to spread, Abi. Now you have the left, you have the right. In the front and the back, you have the revolution now. You have the obedience. So at the end of the day, all of them like that, they continue to make the owners of Nigeria uncomfortable enough that they too themselves know that their days are numbered. I don't want you to come here and begin to kind of sound like you are smarter than the rest of those you don't agree with. Don't do that. Respect them. Okay? Don't come here and attack Showore because you are obedient. Okay? Don't come here and, you know what I mean? Like, don't be that person. Because at the end of the day, all of this are to the advantage of the criminals in Nigeria. Do you understand? We do not have to agree. You need to begin to understand that. Mayegun is for Yoruba Nation. Absolutely. But does that then would that then turn me to somebody who wanted to have all things to say about the obedient? Simply because, come on. They are too loud. They are this. They don't have respect. Emigo, no respect. I'm only Brukuniani. Who they respect criminals? Now, people will say, people like us, we don't get respect for criminals. So if obedience don't get respect for criminals, if the Biafrans are calling Nigeria zoo, a place that is worse than zoo, okay, then we have something in common. Do you understand? So everybody that has something against that rotten system that has kept us divided, impoverished, terrorized, everybody will get something against the establishment should be your friend. Don't be an ass. I want to say, I will never trust you. We want you to trust anybody. You don't need, nobody needs your trust. And all of us get trust issue. Get trust issue. I get trust issue. Get trust issue. We're raised to have trust issue. We don't trust ourselves. That's why Nigeria is what Nigeria is. You don't trust me. I don't trust you. Why? Because I am Igbo. You are Yoruba. Or because I am a Christian. You are Muslim. Yes, we are raised never to trust ourselves. So I'm not asking you to trust anybody. I'm asking you to respect them. Until when you can be in a country with the people you trust. Until we can be in a country, we can be in our countries where we trust ourselves. Nigeria, we don't trust ourselves. Now, suspicion, we just suspect ourselves. Every now and then, we just suspect ourselves. That is normal. So who will ask you to come and trust Obi or trust Obidient or trust Shore? Nobody needs your trust. We just need your acknowledgement. The acknowledgement that we are allies. Allies. Allies who are fighting the same demon. Fighting the same devil. The people who have no religion. People who have no tribe. People who have no culture. They have no ethnic nationality. They have no loyalty to anybody but themselves. They use our tribes, our ethnic, and every other thing like that, like religion, as a meal ticket. They use them as meal ticket to have their seats at the table, where they are going to be dividing, our common patrimony, our common wealth. And then once they finish sharing all of that, they push the insecurity to us, the terrorism to us, the underdevelopment to us, and all of that stuff that's continue to undermine us, to continue to cower us and tame us down. And since we are divided, we don't see that. We rather just fight over it and say, I am better past my neighbor. No matter how hard the country is, it will favor me and my family in Jesus' name kind of mentality. I better pass my neighbor mentality. We need to bury that. We need to stop that. Mayegun's Diary Political is to help you stop that, not help you nurture it. And I told you, until we all agree that the criminals in Nigeria, they have all concluded on how to, they have sort of make up their minds to kill all of us, but slowly. So it's now up to us to see if we want to wait and die or we are going to actually fight and push back. Here you get, we have a lot in common. Okay, we do. And if all of this anger, all this disagreement and the rest of that, if they are mainly because we are forced to be together in a place where we shouldn't, then we can actually channel the energy into actually, breaking ourselves out of the entire shito. You know what that makes sense is this. When an ordinary obedient knows that there are those who really want Nigeria to break up, and they will do it in a legitimate way until when those who makes a peaceful dissolution impossible, they will then have to make a violent dissolution inevitable. Now you need the citizens. You need people need reasons, right, to fight for something, right? So at the end of the day, even if you have reasons, if you have the reason you want to give to them, you also need the people with the mindset that understands what will be at stake once they have something to fight for. Sure, you get. So for now, a lot of us, even though we are in different camps and having different solutions, okay? But what happened is that the moment those who believe they can save Nigeria, the moment they realize that they can't save Nigeria through election, okay? Then you see, your self-determination campaign, advocacy, self-rule campaign and advocacy, they will begin to have their right audience who then must have tried what they believed could save Nigeria, election. Now, if they come back with that experience of failure that no election can save Nigeria, you can't say that to some people now, because now we can say it to some others who have participated in the charade in Nigeria. If you tell them about election, and they would say, that's true, I can't waste my time anymore. But there are still millions of them who believe they can still do something. So what are you going to do? You're going to hate them? You're going to throw them out and say, well, no, you don't. they are all going to come back with the same regrets, disappointment that Nigeria cannot be saved. Hmm? And sometimes, twice beaten, no, twice beaten, twice shy, Abby. What did they call that one? Once beaten, twice shy, Abby. But this one is like twice beaten, triple shy. If anybody still get themselves together, preparing, like Obi is doing right now, preparing for 2027 charade election, okay? Okay. Let's see how many of you will last till that time. Be patient till that time. Now you then have to kind of be waiting to go and get a PVC to